We're live. Cue intro music. I don't know how it sounds like. That's probably not the intro music. Thanks everyone for jumping on. Happy Canada Day to
Canada Day, guys.
3 of us. Alorm's in Texas.
Happy Canada Day.
It's Canada's birthday today. It's Canada's birthday today. And typically we'd be somewhere not doing a live, but we figured we'd do it today because you really can't go anywhere because everything's closed and canceled. So I think there's a few of us on, which is cool. So thanks everyone for jumping on. And today we're going to talk about the benefits, pros and cons with uploading to stock photography. So I figured I'd do a quick demo off Shutterstock. If you guys haven't done it yourself, you kind of see what it's all about. But maybe we'll do a quick roundtable, who we are, what we're doing, and then I guess we'll just dive in.
All right, I'll go next. I am. You can find me on Instagram at Mr. Brian James. I am a landscape urban portrait photographer, jack of all trades. It's been busy lately, so I appreciate everyone's business. A lot of follows on YouTube and Instagram. I'm also, you can find me on Dayflash now. It's a new app that I'm into. For sure. And if you haven't checked it out, find me on Instagram. I'll tell you all about it. It's a pretty cool new photo sharing app. And I'll pass it to Evans.
Yeah, my name is
There's
Evans.
some big news about Evans too, by the way.
Yeah.
Some big news. Evans got monetized today, or he achieved the numbers. So
almost there.
You're there.
Guys, thank you guys. My name is Evans.
Yes.
You guys don't know. Portrait photographer, wedding photographer, events based in Toronto. Been a couple of years on YouTube trying to get stuff going, and thanks you guys for all your support. Finally made that 4,000 watch hours this week.
Crazy.
Passed the 1,000 subscribers last week, so very grateful for
Great,
you guys
man.
for all your support.
Man.
Keep supporting us, right? We're
Please.
here, and we are growing together. We are learning and sharing together. So thank you guys.
Yeah, man. Congrats.
Absolutely.
So good.
Just in time, because August 1st, they changed it to 5,000 hours.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Selom. I am a portrait and event photographer. I just moved from Pennsylvania to Fort Worth, Texas. So you see my IG link below. And let me know if you're in the area or just want to link up. Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day, Kim. Thanks for jumping on. I know. My name is Paul, based in Toronto. I'm a jack of all trades too, with photography, landscape, portrait, street. I run a photo meetup group here in Toronto called Get Out Shoot. Visit us, getoutshoot.com for everything going on with the group. And there's a couple of meetups this weekend, and we try to do meetups every week. So it's a lot of fun, and this is also a lot of fun. So
Paul, how many members in Get Out Shoot now?
We're at almost 11,000. We're at like 10,955. Yeah, so
that's huge. That's nice.
Yeah, it's quite big. So actually, COVID actually kind of really slowed our growth down. So I think we probably hit by like 11,000 by now, but COVID just shut us all down because no one's looking for a meetup because no one can leave their house. Obviously, right?
Well, we're back in business, but we're only doing 10 at a time, right?
Yeah, man.
So of course the waiting list is huge every time. So
I wish I could have everyone jump on, but we just need to like follow the rules of that stuff. But that's why we're doing like two or three a week, right? Just to give people a chance. But we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, man. Yeah, but anyway, today, guys, we're gonna talk about stock photography, and I'm going to give you my reasons for using it, because sometimes you want feedback on your photo and you don't want, and sometimes you ask your friends and your family and they might give you, feedback, but it may not be totally truthful because they're friends or family. So to me personally, uploading to stock is a great non-biased way to get feedback on your photos, and I can show you guys what I mean. And it's totally free. So full disclosure, I did make a video about this last winter about uploading to stock. It's somewhere in my catalog. But I think people want to learn just how to upload, and really it takes basically 2 minutes. There's nothing really to it. You can spend more time on it for sure, but I do it the quick and easy way. You guys may do it like a whole different way. So that could be up for discussion. So let me share my screen. Jump in. Okay. I think I figured it out. You guys see my screen?
Oh yeah.
Look at that $1.50. That's nice, eh? That's also US, so it's like $3 Canadian. So guys, the first thing that you want to look for, you want to go to submit.shutterstock.com, because if you go to shutterstock.com, that's the actual stock photo site to actually purchase images. But if you want to submit, you have to go to submit.shutterstock.com. So that's kind of like the first step. So one of the great things about Shutterstock, in my opinion, is that they have a really great blog, and they always have tips and tricks on how to shoot stuff. You can see like down in this column here, draw a viewer's eye on screen with 6 simple filmmaking techniques. So they have a really great blog, right? If I go to the blog here, I think it's here, contributor blog. There's all kinds of information that you can read up on, and it's a great resource to learn all kinds of stuff. Not even about photography, about video, digital art, all kinds of great stuff. So I just want to point that out to you guys. I think honestly it's a great resource.
Paul, can you move the comment is blocking Brian's space?
Oh, is it?
The screen.
Let me see. Done?
Perfect.
Cool.
Oh, there he is.
There it is.
Mute.
Mute, yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
I know, right?
Today's episode is brought to you by Red Bull.
Yeah,
Yellow
exactly. Brought to you by Red Bull. So I do have, I don't know, I guess 29 images on here, right? So what have I have all kinds of craziness. I basically upload a lot of stuff that I shoot because I always want to learn like what's good with a photo and what's bad with a photo. Mm-hmm. So, and they're pretty fast about getting back to you on it. So when you want to submit, you just want to go to upload image, obviously, right, guys? And you just drag and drop. Has to be at least 4 megapixels. And then you just click next. And then you go to, you basically end up on this page. So I have already one that I can show you guys how to basically do it. Now there's different ways to upload, because as you're going to see, you have all this information to fill out. Photo, illustration, commercial, editorial. So the difference between a photo and an illustration is that the photo is out of a camera and the illustration is basically like a painting or a drawing, something that's not out of a camera. So obviously for our purposes, this is going to be a photo, right? Commercial versus editorial. Commercial is when you're trying to sell something. So if the image is like, if you're taking an image of a Starbucks coffee cup, that would be considered commercial because you're basically selling Starbucks. If it's editorial, it would be for like a news article. So if you took a picture of like the mayor, right, and that would be considered editorial because that would run in like a newspaper or like an online article. So that's the difference between these two. And typically, I'll pick commercial for most of my cases.
I've had a difficult time with editorial because there's like a specific format, and I'm not saying the format's like hard to find, but they always seem to get rejected for me because like I didn't have the time or the location wasn't found, like at Toronto, Ontario, but it's not like it wasn't accurate enough. It was very difficult for me. I don't know.
Editorial must follow the format: city, state, country, month, day, year, description. Yeah,
and if you're off by a keystroke, they reject it.
They won't allow it.
And so
I find Shutterstock to be really strict when it comes to the stuff that you need to put in, as well as the quality standards. I haven't used it a lot, but I use it whenever I have used it just to learn, especially when I started learning to edit, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you edit an image and you think you've done a great job, especially when you're learning to sharpen and some kind of the post-processing aspects. Shutterstock will reject it and tell you exactly why they reject it. Then you can go back and take a look and go back and learn some of those stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. Okay. Or description. There's a million ways to label this lighthouse. I mean, really, if you really want to sell this image, you really have to be on point with the keywords, right? I mean, you could do, you want to be descriptive, right? So I don't know. I'm not even good at this stuff. That's my problem. I would put lighthouse by lake in summer. So if someone's like looking up these keywords, somehow this photo will hit. But I'm not even really good at keywords, right?
They need like a TubeBuddy equivalent for stock.
Kinda. Well, I'm sure there must be, right?
They need something that just looks at the photo, because actually there is some kind of AI built in, because with some photo sharing sites and things like that, or even on a couple websites where I sell my photos, like it'll tell, like I'll post a photo and then it will say like cityscape, moody, like it says all these things that I didn't even put in yet as like suggested keywords. So I'm sure there, and if there's not an app that does that.
I don't know why my screen isn't showing the keywords. I've actually
even seen even some of the free sites, Pexels and Pixabay. When you upload, they seem to automatically just pull up some keywords from your image.
No, I mean Shutterstock does have keywords. I don't know why my screen isn't showing the keyword page. Like it's right beside the column. It's like I don't know why it's not showing it. Keyword tool. Like if I do lighthouse, if I just do lighthouse and I do that, it's going to bring up all these lighthouse images. So what I can do is, so it's telling me to select 3 or more pictures to develop keywords. So if I just do these, and I can attach, so there's all these keywords now that I can add, right? So now these keywords are attached to the photo, right? So I can attach it. I don't know why my screen is cutting off the keyword section. I have no idea why that is. Weird. You guys don't see it, right? On the screen? No, you don't. It's cut off for some reason. Okay. But honestly, I don't even spend time on keywords because I just want to know like what's good with the photo and what's bad with the photo. So honestly, I just include the automated keywords and I go right to category 1. So if category 1 is outdoor or whatever, parks outdoor, you could do category 2. What else would you select here? Parks outdoor, nature, maybe. Sure. But I don't spend a lot of time because I basically upload like 10 or 20 photos in a day. So I just kind of rip through it. And then the great thing with Shutterstock, again, going back to say, for example, you have like a model, you can submit your model release here or your property release. Oh, here they are. They're at the bottom now. Okay. So if you guys are wondering like how to even get release forms, you can Google them, sure, but you can also get them off stock sites. Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, they all have model releases, right? Model release for over 18, under 18, property release, right? If you guys are ever shooting buildings, 9 times out of 10, if you want to sell that image, you're going to have to get some sort of release form from that property owner. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. But I mean, you can get release forms right off stock sites, and they're all legit. You don't have to go to shady websites and get release forms. So I also just want to highlight that fact too.
For example, when I was shooting, I don't know if you saw my post a couple days ago, but I was at the atrium.
Yeah,
and
man, you need release.
And I looked up with my phone, mind you. I had my phone. The security guard says, you can't take photos here. I said, what are you talking about? Just taking a picture of the ceiling. He said, it's private property. You gotta have a permit.
It is. And there's a lot of
So I took a photo anyways. I took a bunch of
course
photos.
You did.
And he kicked me out.
Well, it's only. I mean, it's really only a problem if you want to sell that image.
Yeah.
Because the owner of that property is going to want to make some sort of cut, right?
Yeah. Have you guys?
It would cost them more money to sue me for the 83 cents that I was going to make from that photo. So.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing, right? Like, this is what. Yeah, this is what a release form looks like. You know,
I was trying to promote the business. Go ahead.
Do you guys actually have any pictures of a model like on a stock site? Because I feel that's a very risky thing to do.
I do. I do on Pexels. I do.
Because
I it's not, well, it all depends, right? It's not a risky thing to do, especially if you have a model release signed by that model before the shoot.
I think it's a risky thing for the model, because in one of the other groups I'm part of, a guy saw his face on a bus, a public bus in Florida. That said he was a sexual predator.
Really?
Oh,
yeah, exactly. He's like, you know, you can stop this.
Wow.
Report this to 1-800 blah 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 blah. And his face was the face that was used from the stock site. And his friends were like, dude, what he said, he was just modeling for a stock site. So I'm like, that's I wonder if there are some restrictions you can put on your picture that, hey, don't use my face for anything that, you know.
No sexual predators, no Viagra commercials.
Exactly.
No diarrhea medicine.
I'm sure. I'm
gonna add that to the bottom of my model releases. Are you okay with the feminine product advertising? And,
nope.
Nope.
Yeah, but my question will be though, how do you prevent that from happening, right? Because I'm not sure having that in a model release would that prevent that kind of situation? Because I mean, I want to be able to upload, but I don't want my models failing somewhere because they're gonna end up having their picture on something like that, maybe like the FBI's 10 most wanted by mistake.
Well, see, the thing is, today they have artificially AI generated faces that they use for stuff like that, but that turns out to be a little bit more expensive than just buying from the stock site. That's why sometimes you go on the cheap route. There's the guys who run that YouTube site, F-Stoppers,
yeah.
One of the owners, his picture was used as the cover of a book that sold like 1 million copies in China or something like that. Because he had them in a stock photography this thing. But at least for him, it wasn't a bad thing. But his face was used as like an author of a book that he never wrote. And then they were able to sell so many copies of that.
The checks in the mail.
Right.
Checks in the mail.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, honestly, there's many ways to structure a release form. I'm sure if you get the right lawyer, right? But you can get some quick and easy release forms off Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, other stock sites out there. If you guys are ever wondering how to get them, these are great ways to get them anyway. If you're just starting out. So I just want to highlight that. And again, I don't spend a lot of time on keywords, guys, because I'm not banking on making $1 million here. I just want to know how good the photo is. So I rip through 10 or 20. I click submit, and then we'll just click submit just for the hell of it. And then I'm going to show you guys what you get back when your photo isn't approved, right? So I have some here that have come back.
Got plenty of those.
We can see how bad my photos are, which is fantastic. So that one was approved, which is great. Let's see. Okay, so we'll do this one. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Is it too small?
I can read it.
You guys can read it? Okay. So apparently I need to clean my sensor. That's one of the reasons. The focus wasn't good because it was handheld. So if you guys ever want to submit to stock, make sure that it's super steady, either on a tripod or some sort of like steady surface, because focus is a major reason for not having your photo approved. So just make sure that it's in focus. And also noise and film grain, right? Because this photo was taken at night, I bumped up my ISO. It just came back because it was too noisy. Another thing that you want to do when you want to submit photos is that you don't want to edit too much. You don't want to crank up saturation. You don't want to crank up vibrance. You don't want to crank up contrast. You really want to do minimal editing, because they'll flag it and they'll say you basically edited this photo way too much. So don't edit heavily, just a slight edit, and you'll have a much greater success in getting your photo approved.
Yep.
That's my personal experience.
Yep.
Right.
I've had that happen to me a couple of times too, where they've told me you've over sharpened the image.
Yeah.
You've over processed that kind of stuff. And sometimes, that's like I said, sometimes it's not about the making of the money, but is use it as a learning tool as well.
Yeah.
Because once these comes back, and with all these reasons that they give you, it gives you an insight on what you can do to improve your post-processing workflow.
Yeah, okay. and that's really why I use it, really, to be honest with you.
Right. And then one thing to add to that is that, for newer photographers, don't take that as the ultimate truth, because there are some frames, there's some pictures that you're trying to get, and that blurriness, makes that image.
Yeah.
And when it comes to art, then it's sometimes this AI or stuff, it's not to be completely trusted. But for the most part, they are right when there's too much noise or blurriness.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know that when I was trying to get this kid on the bike, they didn't know that that's what I was trying to get, right? They don't understand that's what I was trying to achieve, right? So. But you're just always curious about, what's good, what's bad with it. But don't let stop you from shooting what you want to shoot also, right? Because it's for you. Like, the photo should always be for you first, in my opinion.
Yep. For example, when we went out with Brian a couple days ago, I stood in the intersection. All I was trying to do was to get some piney shots going. That kind of shot may look good artistically. A shutter site may reject it because you're going to have a lot of motion blur in the background because you're panning the shot, right? Trying to get that car still kind of sharp, and then the rest of everything blurred out. Shutterstock or the algorithm is not going to know that that's your end, right? So it's good to use it for correction of certain stuff. But at the same time, don't be so hard on yourself if your image gets rejected by Shutterstock or any of the stock photography sites, because that's not the ultimate, right, judgment of how good or bad your photography is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and there's places that you can put those photos. Just because Shutterstock doesn't take it, you could take it somewhere else.
Yes, I've had photos rejected on Shutterstock and got through on Adobe. So it's interesting. Diversify your uploads. You might have some diversify, man. It's my keyword of the month. July is my diversifying month. What else do I have? Missing model release because there's people here. I want to show you guys an interesting one. Model release because of a kid. Trademark because I guess there was a logo on this paddle board, so can't submit trademarks without, I guess, obviously consent by the company. Title must be descriptive because I was really lazy. I guess I didn't really make a good title. It must be in English, so I guess I didn't type it well. So make sure your titles of the photos are good, which is a whole other ball game. Tattoo property release is one that I found interesting because there's a tattoo here, and so you need to get the tattoo guy to release it. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
So it's on their body. Like, you may be the tattoo artist, but you put it on their body.
I know.
Imagine. I don't know.
I don't know. They're not saying girl. They're saying a tattoo.
Because
So.
somebody can be easily be identified by their tattoo, right? So
Yeah,
it's a privacy thing.
it's a
They've asked
privacy
to
thing.
get a release for that.
Yeah, but I don't know, I found that interesting. Release forms for everything, right? Release forms for everything.
Yeah.
I think I have some others here that I can. I don't know, Brian, if you wanted to show your thing or not.
Yeah, I could jump in here.
I got some others to show you guys. But it's that easy, guys. To like basically submit a photo. It takes basically 2 minutes. I mean, there's nothing really to it.
I think one of that one big advantage I've heard from some stock photographers is that they take so many photos to a point where when they need a photo for themselves, they just go into the library and pull one, and you don't have to pay for that one, and you already have it. So that's one huge advantage of doing that too. Yeah.
Oh, 100%, man. I got some others I can quickly show you while Brian's.
Well, when I go to share screen, oh, there it goes. You must have just released it because now I can share. Do you want me to?
Yeah, I released it. Yeah, go on. Jump on.
Take over real quick. All right, you guys got me? You see where I'm at or no?
Yeah, got you now.
Okay, so I was just trying to get into my Getty app. I have only 3 images, and I've probably submitted close to 25 images, so I don't have a good success rate.
How hard is it to submit to Getty?
Well, it's hard, but like you just said, I was failing for all those reasons, right? I was failing because I over processed my photos are very edited, right? So I got away from that. And then I tried taking editorial photos, and I'll show some of those examples in a second, and I failed because of the format. So eventually I just got discouraged, but the Getty app is on my phone, and I also have the contributor app too, where I put things.
Yeah.
Now this site isn't so much like, this is Pickfair, so this isn't so much of a stock photography site per se, because like this is the minimum, right? So this is $9.98 Canadian for each of these photos. So I just put these up, and I think I submitted maybe like 10, and I think these 4 passed the muster. And so what I thought was interesting about this was the views. Like I have 7, 3, 6, and Niagara Falls gets 137 views.
Yeah, interesting.
So something about this, something about this photo people are liking. No,
is it the water? Is it the smoothed out water?
I don't know. No, no one's bought it. That's okay.
Someone buy it.
but they like it, right? I actually have this printed out. You can just buy it from me. It's in a 36 by 16, 36 by 20, I think. If you canvas, interested. Anyway, so that's Pickfair, and I find Pickfair to be very easy, really, because Pickfair is really, it's just, I guess it's not even so much of a stock site. It's really just more of you selling your stuff. I was trying to get into Getty, and that wasn't working out. So let me switch over to what is more of a stock site. That's you. We don't want to see. So I got this email today, as a matter of fact, and it says your June update. So in June, I had 45,000 views.
Crazy.
On Pexels, 4 likes, and 266 downloads, which I thought was insane. Okay. So if you check this out, now how Pexels works is everything here is free, and there's actually a Pexels plugin that I use for Photoshop. And so sometimes if I need raindrops, or I need a bee, for example, because you see I downloaded this image here. I needed a bee for something. I forgot what it was for. I just brought it over. So these are all free. So anyone can take these. And but the thing is, you can take donations, or you can give donations when you download a photo. So so far, and unfortunately, the donations come in PayPal, so it doesn't track that. I was just trying to find that for you guys, but I made 2 $10 donations so far, and then they took out some fees, so I think I got like $18. But if you look at my photos, I swear the photo that does the best, that I wouldn't think anyone would even download, like some of these are edited. There's me crying because I couldn't get my camera to work. Wait, there's gonna be so I have a mix of like my edited, kind of like my regular moody style, right? And then I just like threw some photos in there of like like Best Buy. This was like social distancing was happening. I just thought this was goofy. So if you click on this, 602 views, is it going to give me this? I need to get to the stats because it'll show you how many times these were downloaded.
You had to crop out the van, man. You missed cropping out the van.
Dude, I know. I didn't even want to move. I shot it out of my window. Okay, so here we go. So 45,000 views, and I've been on here for about 3 months, I guess. 266 downloads. So look, this is my most downloaded photo. And as I was telling you guys before we came live, literally this is at the airport, and I was just like, oh, the airport, there's nobody here. And so I snapped a photo.
It's a phone photo, right?
I took it from my iPhone and I uploaded. That's the other thing. You can upload from Pexels.
And it's been viewed how many times?
This has been viewed 41,000 times.
Are there hashtags on there?
And 128 people downloaded this. Now, no offense to me or anything. What the hell do you want this photo for?
But are there like how are people finding it?
Well, that's a good point because I must have really done some good.
Are there hashtags attached or location or something?
Yeah, you can put same thing as you do. You put location and you get 20 keywords.
You know what? Right, that picture right there is a good green screen picture. Like you can green screen anybody walking up any stairs, and it's gonna look like they are walking up in the airport.
Touche.
But as you mentioned, like I have a model on here. No one's looking at her. No one's downloading her. But even like photos that I'm proud of, like this one or this one. There's one download. Yeah. Nobody really cares about those.
No one cares about one.
So for me, I'm not really getting like feedback necessarily on those photos because everybody wants to see
the stairs,
the parking garage, right?
I'm saying it's probably a news company or a travel company.
Anyways, I was pleasantly surprised when I, when I got.
What's the website so I can plug it in the comments?
This is Pexels, not Pixels. Pexels. Yep.
PEX.
PEXEL.
Yes.
.com. .org.
.com. Pexels.com. And there's an app for Apple or iOS and Android and literally if I thought about it more, you could just take pictures with your camera phone and it suggests keywords. So if you want to be lazy, it suggests the keywords already and then just boom, 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 upload. You could put 40 photos in there a day. So you can see I have like 30 photos with 45,000 views. God, if I put 5,000 photos in there, who knows? And then it just increases your chance of getting donations. Again, it's a donation based, but hey.
It's a donation thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy that I got so many views on that, man.
But as far as like Shutterstock and Getty Images, and there was a Canadian sharing site. I haven't had much luck with even getting it submitted. And there was like a downloader that I got that you could put in all your usernames and passwords, submit a photo, and then it would download to like or upload to like 10 different. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, like 10 different stock photography.
Right. Is that black box?
That might be it. I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah.
It just got aggravated. It's like an art, but once you get good at it, I suppose, because some photographers are making a small little side living off of it, really. But
it's basically passive income, right? That's what stock photography is. It's passive income.
Yeah.
On Shutterstock, go ahead, Evans.
Oh no, I was gonna say Paul just shared Pexels. I use Pexels as well. There's another free one that I use that I'm gonna share my screen in a minute.
Go for it, man.
I haven't used this in as much. I only have maybe 5 images there, but I want to show you guys how it works. It works the same way as Pexels. This one is called Pixabay. And what Pixabay does is the same thing as Pexels. They will take it, but when they take that image, their approval process is a little bit different. It's more of a community base. So for when they take the picture, for the first 3 days, your image is not going to show up for people to download. However, it's going to show up for people to vote on it. Right? So the community votes on the picture, and either they vote it down or vote it up. So at the end of the 3 days, based on the number of votes that you're getting, the picture gets accepted into the database or it doesn't get accepted. So if I share my screen here, you guys can see that Let me. Are you guys seeing my screen now? Oh, here we go.
Got it, yeah.
So these are pictures that I took for fun. I was just sitting at home. The first two. This is just my keyboard. It's lying on my desk, right? And I was just playing around with them. However, it got accepted, and you can see here, this one here, they've been downloaded like over 200 times. Right. This image right here, this is a mannequin head. This is when I started learning how to light, and I used to use this mannequin head to play and learn lighting. So this image here is just a mannequin head image. I actually got a lot of donations for this as well for some reason. Right.
Cool.
So
Hey, do you have a model release from the mannequin?
Do you know? I was going to say that. I guarantee they reject that on some site and then say you need a model release.
Yeah.
But
look at that. That mannequin head has been viewed 470 something times, downloaded 85 times.
Wow.
Right. This image here, I just shot this. This is what I was talking about. This is just a picture of my windscreen during a rainy time. And I just threw it up there, and it's been downloaded a lot more times. I think this is probably the most downloaded image I have uploaded on this site. It's been downloaded 192 times, viewed 900 and something times. Right. So sometimes the image may not look good to you, or you may not think so highly of it, but it's valuable once it hits out there on the stock. So
I like it, buddy.
throw out as many images as you can. If they get accepted, fine. If they don't get accepted, don't feel down. Keep going.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got covered.
Yeah, Kim, you and Helen should sell that for sure as a series, 100%. It's a great point, Evans, because I mean, stock photography is basically a science. Shutterstock does give you ideas of what companies are looking for. Let me see if I can quickly show you what I mean by that. So on Shutterstock, right, you always want to be ahead. You always want to be. So right now they're giving you ideas for August. So this is on the shot list under Shutterstock. So they're basically saying customers will be looking for images of the Earth's climate, offices in the era of social distancing, health and beauty in the new normal, and delicious junk food. Right? So if you really want to take a hard go at stock, you probably want to look at doing something around these categories. Right? And they're also saying your content should include individuals of diverse ethnicities, genders, abilities. Right, so they're even giving you more ideas under these categories, right? They're just, natural disasters, earthquakes, hurricanes, sustainable homes with smart devices.
I'm thinking about doing a photo series of me eating junk food during an earthquake.
Yeah.
That way I cover like a couple topics at once.
Right, even something like this image here. This image wouldn't be terribly hard to get if you can get permission inside the barbershop or whatever.
I have a question though. Why do the two of them have the same mask on?
I don't know. Maybe it looks better in the photo.
That tells you this was staged.
Maybe the barbershop offers free masks. Hopefully they let them take it away.
Right. But people now are taking photos of like empty streets and everything, and you could definitely upload that to stock because people are looking for that kind of stuff to put on their website, on their blog, or whatever it is. Right. Even like doctors and dentists are opening up their doors, and maybe they want to put up something like that on their website or something. Right. You just never know. Even like on a company website, and this is our new office, and they put like an image of this or something, right? Like you got to think outside of the box for stock photography too. It's not even, sure, it's about your photos, but it's also about how you stage photos that are not necessarily what you typically shoot. So sometimes you got to really think outside of the box to really get really good at stock. Even like flat lay, like junk food, right? Do some nice flat lay stuff with junk food. Like I don't really shoot flat lay, but I mean, if you can get really good at flat lay, you could probably make a few bucks off it. But yeah, I think stock is it's different. It's different in like everyday photography.
Yeah,
In my
and if you have a little space at home, you can shoot a lot like food and stuff that you can just put on a small plate and shoot them, random stuff. Look at that mannequin head. All I did was put a backdrop. A strobe with the softbox behind the mannequin and shoot a silhouette of it. Right? I threw it up there for fun, but people are interested in it. So
yes,
basic little stuff that we may be doing, we may be taking shots off that we're not really using for anything.
yeah,
When we go on these photo walks and the meetups with Get Out and Shoot, there may be a lot of shots that you shot that may not mean nothing to you, but put them out there, even if it's not for something that you're selling. Just put them up on Pixabay
yeah,
or Pexels, any one of them, the free sites. People will take a look at it. Who knows? You might get donations from people who are using
yeah.
those images, right? And you also get good feedback from some of these sites on what to improve on and stuff like that.
100%. You definitely want to put yourself out there as much as possible. I mean, it's easier said than done, but I mean, the more that you put yourself out there, I just think the more confident you're going to get, because no one's like, it's very rare someone's going to say your photo is crap. Like very, very rare. Like it's just not going to happen. So
There's one other thing I just wanted to mention before I forgot. It has to do with pixels, because I got an email a couple days ago, and it says we know it can be challenging to make time to edit all your photos on your hard drives. That's why we're introducing Pexels Edit Studio. So I was selected to test out this new feature, and basically you can send in 10 photos, and your photos will be edited by professional photo editors. And it's not just a filter or a preset. They're actually going to do a unique edit for each of your photos, and it's free.
Really?
I don't understand.
Wow, that's nice.
I guess I could try it, but I don't understand how that's possible. I don't understand what the...
They're going to edit your photo?
Yeah, for free, apparently.
And you're going
to where's the... You know what? This just occurred to me. I was going to say, where's the angle? Like, how are they making money? But I guess just like when you upload the photos, people can download it for free, but they can donate if they like. So maybe their idea is, you send me photos, I'll edit it, and if you like it, you can donate something to me, right?
Right.
So that might be a possibility. I don't know, but it just came out.
Right. And
came out
also
yesterday.
Possible Pexels is giving them a cut of whatever fees they take from the donations we get. Right?
Yeah, because they definitely took. I only had 2 donations, but they took a couple dollars out of each. So
really, yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was
yeah. Nav is saying post CN Tower shots. Well, today is Canada Day, and that's all that's going on Instagram right now is CN Tower. Pretty sure you need a release form from the CN Tower to sell that image, but
yeah, you definitely do. I know someone that one of those now. So,
but if you tag them on Instagram, they're pretty good at getting back to you. Like they'll give you a like or they'll repost, so they're pretty good at that. So whoever's running their social media is pretty savvy, but yeah. Also, I think with stock, you want to be different. You don't want to take a photo of the CN Tower because there's a million billion on stock. You want to do something a little bit different. So try to take photos that aren't so common, and that's where you need to think outside of the box. And it's not easy. Like it's not an easy thing to do. But you just got to keep thinking about certain angles. Even like looking at the shot list here on Shutterstock to give you some ideas. You can see what you can come up with.
Hey guys, I see we have 8 people watching right now. If you can give us a thumbs up, that will be great. I only see 3 thumbs up. Come on, guys.
2 people in Canada today. I thought we had 0 people because everyone should be in the having drinks, as we should be too.
I bet you if Canada Day wasn't cancelled, technically,
yeah, I know.
We probably would have 0 people right now. Everybody would be out partying.
We'd have to move it to like tomorrow or something.
Yeah,
That's all right. Yeah.
Is there supposed to be? There's no fireworks, or is there a light show on the CN Tower?
I think there's a virtual fireworks.
Oh, people on the live. I think the CN Tower is running virtual fireworks on YouTube at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I think off the CN Tower YouTube channel, I think, or something like that.
Kim says there's a light show. Okay.
Yeah, off their YouTube, right? At 10 p.m. I think. So we'll be.
Oh, you know what? I should live stream it, man.
You should live stream it.
It's 3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Evans will give me a class on how to do that. Do I just use my cell phone or what?
Unfortunately, you can't use your cell.
You can't?
No, until you hit 1,000 subscribers, you can stream from a mobile.
Oh,
Wait.
Bastards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Farging Bastages. Does anyone know what movie that's from?
Nope.
Farging Bastages? Someone a bitch of nice holes? No? Okay. That's not swearing, Paul. Don't worry. It's not swearing.
Oh, come on, man.
I didn't swear.
Times are tough, man. Times are tough.
Movie's Johnny Dangerously.
I think there should be an app. There should be an app that should let you bypass that limitation, though. I thought the Streamlabs. There's a Streamlabs OBS phone version, but I haven't tried it. But I think it does allow you to bypass it because it kind of mimics you streaming through OBS.
Well, after this is over, I'll spend the next hour and a half trying to get this camera to work. Oh well.
I think. Oh, look! I made more money off Adobe stock than on Shutterstock. I'm so proud of myself. $1.85. Oh man. It's the same process that I use for Shutterstock. It's the exact same process. But like we said earlier, some photos get through on one side and some photos don't. So I just, again, diversify. But yeah, contributor, I'll put it in the chat. Contributor.stock.adobe. Very similar to Shutterstock. Very, very similar. But look, I mean, these are the images that people are posting. This guy has 250,000 downloads. Romolo Tavani. Wow. Guy's killing it.
Good for you, Romolo Tavani.
Man, I have some old images I could be putting up on stock sites, man.
That's the whole point, right? Because we have a whole huge of libraries that we're sitting on.
Yeah.
But just put it out there. Even if you make $1 a year or something, it doesn't really matter, right?
Macro photography and stuff. So I have a bunch of stuff.
Well, stock video is even bigger. It pays more.
Drone stock.
Oh,
Brian. Oh, yeah. We're not gonna let
Evans. You should try. Oh wait, never mind.
Brian, don't laugh at me.
For those of you that don't, I mean, Evans is a good sport. I hope Evans bought a Mavic Mini, and I think he owned it all of how many hours? Would you say?
I would say 3 hours.
How much flight time? How much flight time did you get?
Flight time was probably maybe 30 minutes.
And then what happened? Why did you stop?
I kind of flew it into a tree.
Now, did the user manual say that you should fly it into a tree, or that was on page 37? It's pretty deep in there.
Yeah, that was
sucked.
a funny one though.
I landed my Mavic Pro into a man-made lake because I thought I was getting some really cool ripples in the water, and my buddy was like, "Can you go a little bit lower? This shot's gonna be really cool." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I can go lower." And then the drone, because I took off from a different altitude, the drone thought it was landing, so it went into auto land. And then I ran and I kicked my shoes off, threw my phone, and I dove into the water, and I just got it, but it had just touched the water. So I thought I saved it, but it died. No salt water too, so good thing I got that insurance. Good thing I got that insurance, because for $99 I got the replacement.
That's the one time that you want to buy the insurance on electronic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one time that you do want to buy it.
It's like, when you buy a TV, they're like, "Would you like to get a 3-year warranty?" And I'm like, "No, because I know this TV is going to last 20 years.
Yeah, I normally just keep that warranty thing, but I remember when we went to Pod Credit, Brian, you were flying your Mavic and you mentioned the warranty thing, right?
Yeah.
So when I went, I had that in mind, so I had to make sure I got the warranty too.
Thank God. Thank
That's
God.
good.
Oh, man.
It's worth it.
So
So
good.
yeah, you'll get a replacement soon.
Now you can just smash it a little bit more, and then you get a new one.
I think they only replaced it twice though. After that, you're on your own.
Yeah, I just recommend not smashing it if possible.
Just don't do it. Even like look at this guy with the homes. Wow. I think honestly, maybe like real estate stock footage could be something.
Mm.
Could be. I just want to see what this guy is doing. Okay. Also, these are nice homes, which helps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about real estate stock.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of release for that too. That you need.
Yeah, of course there has to be, but like I don't know. It just seems.
Just a quick shout out to anyone that's listening. If you have a home that looks like this and you want to let me,
We would like to do a live from it one time.
yeah.
Could you imagine? We're going to live from someone's kitchen.
Also, if anyone has any, what is it? A bubble? What the hell is going on? The flower in the middle of the road. I mean, some of these are basic, but they're nice.
But I'm just saying they're not like. I don't know.
But I'll be honest. Some of those images seem very over processed. So I don't know how they got it.
These are like not even like some of these are straight like CGI, man.
Because they don't care. Maybe they're not contributing. Maybe they're not uploading as a photo. They're uploading as
illustration
or something. Exactly. That might be.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I've never really tried to upload illustrations because I can't draw. But yeah. Also, I don't really do real estate photography, so something I should look into. Could make some few dollars.
Of late, I've kind of grew some interest in real estate. I want to try it out. Yeah,
I think there's some money there.
Yeah, but for me, I just want to try it out first, see how it goes. Right? I know a couple of real estate agents. I'm gonna hit them up and see.
I did too. I've been asking, and they're all like, "I have my own photographer," or they say, "I take my own photos."
Yeah.
Or one of the things. Oh, we got on the meetup, Paul, when we were at wasn't Port Credit, the one before that, the Humber Bay Bridge.
Yeah.
Remember that one guy was asking me? I don't know if you recall. He said he's a real estate agent.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to know, do you do the virtual with the 360 views? And I was like, no. Why would I have that? Like, unless.
Oh, the guy that wanted his wife to join the group.
Yeah. I don't know how much that 360 photo machine, that virtual tour is, but it's probably out of my price range right now.
He's got to pay you for it.
Yeah.
Compensation. I can do it. You just got to pay me to do it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You just buy me the equipment, and I'll take it for you. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
We'll call you, and we'll make your wife.
You can do that with just your regular camera, right?
Of course, I knew that. But you can explain. You can explain it to the people that don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, though.
It is a lot of work. I've done it before for what do you call it? One of those Taekwondo Keep Fit gyms. It's not too bad. You just gotta take multiple shots because you gotta make sure you're capturing each of the shots and they are aligned, just like you aligning, just like you do a panorama shot, right? But it's easier if you get that one of those 360 cameras, like maybe the Insta 361X, or maybe even the new one from, I forgot. Is that Insta 360 again? I think they made a new GoPro style 360 camera. Just put it on a selfie stick in the middle of the room, one shot, boom, you're done.
Yeah, exactly. There's someone in our group that has it. He brought it to our Christmas party.
Is it Joe? I know someone just commented. It says, all you need is a 360 camera. Yep.
Hey man, if the price is
I did it the hard way. I took about maybe 24 images, just on a tripod, rotating
and
around.
You had to piece it together.
And then I gotta stitch them together in Photoshop.
Oh, by the way, Ajo, he's also a fellow YouTuber. So,
okay.
Channel, you guys should go follow him.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Tell him to put a link of his channel in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Well, you could tell him. I mean, he can hear you.
I think I'm sure.
Hey, Paul.
What's
Paul,
up,
can you
Adrian?
let Joe know?
Yeah.
That, Evans, make sure you tell Salome something for me.
I put in the comments. So Joe and I did a short film for the Moment Film Festival, and I don't think we won because I think the announcements were done Sunday, but we did get qualified into a bunch of other film festivals. So this was like just before COVID.
Cool, congrats.
Cool.
So yeah, go check it out. Go check out the short. Go check out the short on his channel. I make my acting debut. I'm like a young Robert De Niro, but just not a good actor.
I have an idea. Do you think we can collaborate on a short, virtually?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, we should be
I
able to
mean,
do that.
you three can actually get together, but we should find a way to do it virtually and still have it look, I don't know. We'll see.
I think we
here's
should be
my
able to do
idea.
that.
I'll film whatever and send it to Paul as long as he
even
edits
if we
it.
film it separately and put it all
You
together.
want me to edit it?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't edit, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll think about it.
You gotta put in the time. You gotta put in the work.
Dude, because I want to use this so bad. Evans hooked me up with you guys. Look at this. I'm ready.
Yeah. See? You're all set, man. You're ready for YouTube.
Which gimbal is that?
This is called the Super Deluxe 5000 with the optional heterostatic meter and the 10 axis gimbal stabilization.
Were you able to get it balanced?
That's a good question. With all 10 axes.
Yeah, no, I balance fine. It's the what is it? The Ronin SC.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I just didn't know if DJI would want me to say that. Am I allowed to say DJI? Yeah, of course I could say that, right, Paul? DJI. Look, we're gonna put it in the comments.
Do you plan on vlogging with that or just filming with that?
A little heavy. It's a little heavy.
Yeah.
It's a little heavy for vlogging, yeah.
I tried vlogging with my Zoom crane and then the crane 2. It was just too smooth. Like I was walking and I felt like I was just floating, Like
you want that bump.
I want that natural bump. Like I'm walking in the neighborhood. I'm not gliding down the neighborhood or anything. So
I get it. Let's go, man. If you want to do a virtual short.
What if you put two different pairs of shoes on? like a really tight shoe and like a really big
then you
floppy
can bounce,
shoe,
right?
So and then the gimbal would make it. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, the Ronin SC is it's great. It's a great gimbal. But to vlog with it, it's a little awkward because it's a little heavier.
Well, work out then.
Yeah, the first gimbal I got was the Ronin S. Then I sold that and got the SC when the SC was released because the Ronin S was really heavy. I'm a Sony shooter. I use Sony light cameras. I didn't want that huge thing in front of me.
Yeah.
Next meetup, if you're coming Friday, Brian, you should bring the gimbal.
Friday? I thought it was Saturday.
There's two this week, Friday and Saturday.
Where's
Whenever.
Friday at?
At Roy Thompson, outside,
What time?
like 8.
And what's Saturday?
Brampton.
What time?
6:30.
Yay. I'm so happy
Oh,
you
this
guys
is
are coming to my hood on Saturday.
This is for the viewers. That's why I'm.
Oh yeah.
that's why
I'm just giving you the lowdown. Anyway.
Of course, I know.
Everybody's coming to my neighborhood on Saturday.
Yeah, man. We're gonna go to your house after. We're gonna do a live from. You know what I want to do? I want to do a live from your basement.
Yeah, we could.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
We should all switch spots.
Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah.
That's what I want
I want to go to Texas though. I call Texas.
All right, come on over here. Everything is big here, man. It's space here for you. Oh man,
We'll do it.
All right, I'm gonna try to find some way to live stream the tower tonight. If I have to put it on Instagram Live, I'll just do that. But
Buddy, get the watch time.
I know, but I don't know how am I gonna get it on YouTube? I only have 500 and something subscribers.
Use StreamYard, our sponsor for today's show.
And then what? And then face my laptop out the window? Am I being stupid?
I have an idea for you. Just move some of your Instagram followers to YouTube, and then.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. It's a slow,
Brian,
it's a slow sell.
use StreamYard on your phone.
I can use StreamYard on my phone?
Yeah, you should. It's a browser base.
Yeah. just so you guys know, like behind the scenes, I know we're still live, but like what happens is every time we hang up, we start talking, and then Evans gives me like 25 good ideas, of which I can only, process. That's how we say it in Canada. Process like 5 of those ideas, and then I try to run with them. And then next week we get on the show. Evans goes, "Did you try those 5 things I told you?" I said, "No." Not yet." So I'm just not too technologically savvy. So all right, I'm gonna try this. So I can just go into my browser, log in, and then. All right.
You should be able to do that.
What app do you use to capture your phone screen? Like if you are doing a review and you want to capture on your phone and not on the computer, what app do you guys?
On the iPhone has the screen capture built in.
Oh,
I use Word.
If you're not using an iPhone, on the Android, I think there's an AZ recorder.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
Why do you ask?
My friend wants to do something, and I didn't have the answer right away. So,
all right, I'll figure it out.
And I plan to make a series of videos on how to take a picture with your phone, because my new phone, the professional settings are pretty interesting. Like there's so much you can actually control now. So. If your phone is the only thing you have, you can at least use it to understand photography,
Yes. Use what you have, 100%.
Yeah.
So key.
Yeah, and most phones right now have Pro mode, which allows you to shoot in RAW. Anyway.
Right. That's what I was talking about. Like, and even the shutter speed, I'm able to move it all the way to 1/4000, all the way down to 30 seconds. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You just gotta first know it's there and understand how to use it.
Right.
And then you can upload a stock and make $1 million. So that's like
the iPhone 12 is supposed to have 31 cameras in it, so it'll be fun. Be good.
Yeah,
it's a lot of cameras.
A lot of cameras, man. Cool. It's 8:30, so I'm sure people want to move on with their Canada today and stop listening to us, or not. Who knows? But thanks everyone for jumping on a holiday, and hopefully you learned something. Maybe kind of motivated you to upload a couple of photos of stock. If you do, let us know. Final thoughts, guys?
Yes. Stock photography, you don't need any complicated gear. Your phone is good enough. And, it's a fun little thing to do. Don't do it for the money. But if the money comes and you don't want it, you can send that to me. Just do it for the fun of it. Keep shooting.
Fine, man. Always gotta have fun.
Evans, final thoughts?
Yeah, I'll just say just keep going. Don't get discouraged if you get denied for a couple of times. It's part of the growing process. But just put it out there. If one site denies you, put it somewhere else. Put it out on Pexels and stuff for free. You never know. The whole thing is just to keep sharing, right? Put yourself out there, get some feedback on some of your work, and keep growing. That's the key thing. Because when you are shooting, one thing I realized is that if you're shooting and you're not doing much with those images outside of Instagram and stuff, you can easily get discouraged and stop shooting, right? But if you're shooting and you're putting it out there all the time, you always doing something with those images that you are taking. It pushes you to do more. So get out there, keep shooting, upload them to all these sites, free or not. Put them out there and keep keep pushing it, and learn from it.
100%.
Right on. You said it all. I'm good. Thank you for everybody for tuning in.
Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Give it a thumbs up, yeah?
Thumbs up. Like the video. Subscribe to all of our channels if you guys haven't. And again, congrats to Evans for hitting the big time in YouTube. So it's quite an achievement. Congrats.
Thank you guys, because you guys have been very influential in helping my channel grow as well. So I appreciate you three. Thank you guys very much. And I appreciate all you guys in the chats. You guys have been really supportive.
Yeah, man. I think Evans is just a prime example of just kind of keeping at it, keep being persistent, just keep doing it, keep pushing yourself, because eventually you'll get there. You just got to put in the work. And Evans is a prime example of just like that journey, right? So it's amazing, really, to be honest. So it's great. It's great. I mean, like the grind hits us all, right? Doesn't matter how good you are, how bad you are, like the grind hits everybody. So if you're able to like have a discipline, just to kind of stay with it and have some goals, and to meet like-minded people is so key to kind of keep you motivated and supported, then you're definitely in a good spot. So, and have fun. I mean, it's so
always
basic.
have fun.
So
always
basic,
make sure you're enjoying what you're doing.
Sometimes you lose having fun a little bit because you're always competing against whatever, right? Social media, whatever, right? So anyway, that's my rant for the day.
Yep.
Happy Canada Day. I'm gonna go have the Canadian Day now. I didn't want to drink on camera. I thought that'd be unprofessional. I'd be like Ron Burgundy.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
I'm having my
what
do you call this? Cranberry juice.
Okay, but just cranberry.
Yep.
It's just cranberry.
I believe you, Evans. I believe you. It's just cranberry.
Yep.
That's good. That's good for your urinary tract.
On that note, I don't know who's up next, but we'll figure it out. So we'll see you guys next Wednesday, 7:30, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
All right, guys, stay blessed. Enjoy the rest of the week.